Ferrari. This set brought you back to collecting Lego, did it? Hey Lego Sonic Boy, how are you? Just seeing who else is going to join, if anyone. I know it's Saturday morning in most places and it's my Saturday night here in Australia. Ferrari, so did you say you've got this set, Ferrari? And yes, with the Speed Champions, I seem to have the entire last set of the Speed Champions cars. I will be getting a few of the current ones as well. I'm less impressed with the new ones. Like the ones that have impressed me have really impressed me, and the other ones have not impressed me. Hey Ant-Man, how you going? I like the I think of the newest Speed Champion sets. I like the Senna one, and I like the Mini Cooper one is amazing. I think it's an absolutely brilliant set. So I'll be getting that one for sure. Might just hook a light up because it's a little bit dark. Give me a second. This is the one that works. I've realised my last couple of videos haven't had the best lighting, so I've been a bit lazy on setting my lights up, and I'm going to fix that and start doing them properly again because it makes such a difference to the video quality. Yeah, heaps better. Oh, where did the cushion go? There it is. Here we are. Is that a little bit better? That looks better. These eyesight cameras aren't the best camera in the world. Hey, GJBricks. What else we got here? Use Epico's back. I actually started getting the hey Obrix. I actually started getting the Speed Champion sets because they were easy and affordable to build and review, and they were like the first videos I did for my channel. Although I do now look back on the reviews I did back then and cringe quite hard because they weren't like the best thing I've ever done in my life. But we all have to start somewhere, and hopefully come a long way since then. And I also really like the Porsches they had in there. The 911 set was the best set of that series, I think. Followed by probably the Fiesta. I really like the Fiesta, and then the Mustang. Although those two were very close, I thought they were both really good. Hey, Legalomaniac, how you going? All right, I might open this set because it is like 1:10 in the morning. 12 in the morning here. I should probably go to bed at some time because I've got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. Who needs sleep? It's overrated. Gets in the way of doing things. And I refilled my coffee supply yesterday as well. Yeah, I really like the truck on it, and you know, quad bikes are always a lot of fun. I mean, I mostly got it because I like the truck. I seem to have quite a good selection of quad bikes through various means. Quad bikes and bikes I've got a lot of, and helicopters. So I've actually just parted out one of my helicopters because I didn't need it. I'm like, just taking up space everywhere. In 20 minutes. Oh, that's in 20 minutes, is it? I saw that being chatted about on Twitter just now. Like the teaser with the red bricks. I'll keep my phone here, and then we can all get excited and talk about it in a minute when it comes up. What do you think it's going to be? They're releasing a volcano set? No. There we go. Does anyone have any inkling as to what it is? Oh, there it is. There's the countdown. There you go. We can. I'll put my phone back here so we can see what it is when it happens. Let me just turn my screen lock off so it stays on. There we go. Oh, where's it gone? Come back. Give me your stories. No, lost it.
Hey LEGO fans, I'm Billy here at BlizzCon 2018.
No. That was clever. That was like, it worked and then it disappeared. Oh well. I'll put my phone there and then we can remember to look at it. Hey Siri, set a timer for 20 minutes, please. There we go.
Okay, 20 minutes and counting.
There we go. That's important. That's important. So, Bricks, have you finished building your Maersk now? That's really weird. Like, the box is big enough for the manual, yet it's still folded. Why? Why, Lego? Why do you do this? That doesn't make any sense. All right. So if anyone's interested in what's in here, you get two manuals, the big manual and a small manual for the ATVs, and stickers. Yay! But a small box of stickers, so it's not so bad. My light over here. Yeah. Oh, that's not so good. There we go. Yeah, small sheet of stickers. So you finished it and you built some custom containers. Crumbs. I need to get some different colored bricks, but I was working on this just now, which is a meant to be like a workshop type thing for the train yard. So got a press, a pillar drill, and a lathe over here, and just a workbench at the back. So I'll be doing that as a proper mock at some point. At the moment, I'm just playing with it and realizing I've got the wrong color bricks, so I need to get some new colored ones because they're a bit dark. I'm not sure how that would because it's that doesn't BrickTubers wrong on that one. Can't fold in the box. See you, Ant-Man. Thanks for saying hi. Yeah. Right, straight in. I'm not bothering with tubs for this one because there's not enough parts. Oh, yeah. Right. First of all, I'm going to put the wheels together so I don't lose them. So you build a custom container for it, Bricks, and you've motorized it with 2 power functions. I think it needs that though, doesn't it? Because it's quite a heavy train. It was I was watching a video by someone the other day who was comparing the 60052 train, so the blue cargo train, with the new 60198 train. So basically the power functions versus powered up, and the powered up turned out to be more powerful than the power functions. So read into that what you will, but that's what they reckoned. Okay, so the first quad bike rider is a girl. Not that that matters, I'm just saying it's a girl. There's our first minifigure, hooray! What are you talking about here? No. I reckon that's a not Mythbusters. What's the other one they went and set up on Netflix? I reckon that's one for them to have a look at. Test this theory. Do Lego instructions bend in the box? First of all, we're going to put together this little generic, got so many of these now, these little canister builds that Lego does. I must have about 6 or 7 of them. I don't know if anyone here watches M&R Productions, but when he got that Apocalypseburg set, the sort of unofficial leaked one, when he was opening that, several of the bags had holes in them, which is unusual. I've never had that, but then a couple of the Facebook groups I'm members of, there's people on there who, like, every single set they buy has parts missing and holes in bags and things like that. So I don't know, they must be very unlucky. I want to know if the battery on the new ones lasts longer as well or not. I haven't really sort of tested that theory yet, but I've only got one of the old power functions trains, which is the 6000521, and I find myself using it like less than the new ones, because I just like using the controller, like controlling the new ones from my phone. Especially now they've updated the app a little bit to sort of let you know which train you're controlling and make it easy to switch between them and things like that. It's definitely a much more convenient system now. They're ironing out some of the kinks in it. Australian Lego fans pizza. No, my pizza one was pristine. When I got my one, that was yeah, that was fine. I got the beginnings of quite a nice little solid quad bike there. You finished Apocalypseburg already. Good grief. Where do you live, Leglomaniac? Because as far as I know, here in Australia, the only place you can buy it is online on the Lego store. There we go. There's the first quad bike. It's a pretty solid little thing. And then my next question for you is going to be, is it amazing? Is it as amazing as it looks on the box? Because I'm pretty excited for it. I feel like I need like some hold music in the background while I'm building, like you're in an elevator or something. That is it. So, did you like build it in a day? Because that's a very fast build. I'm impressed. I say I just finished the I finished the Ghostbusters set the other night. I can't remember if you were in that stream or not. Sorry, I apologize if you were. But one thing I really liked about that build was it's got lots of repetitive bits to it, which I don't like. But the way the instructions were set out was such that you would sort of do one repetitive bit a bit, not the whole lot, and then you'd sort of go and do something interesting, then come back and do a bit more repetitive, then go and do something interesting, then do something repetitive again. Hey Taishun, how you going? Which I thought was like really sort of, I presume that was on purpose, because I do remember doing, I think it was Assembly Square, I found there was a few bits on that were very repetitive. There we go. 2 quad bikes. They went together quickly, didn't they? There's not many parts in those, so good looking bikes though. Like, I know like Lego's been making quad bikes for a very long time, so they're very good at them. But those are pretty nice, like reliable quad bikes. There's not really a lot you can say about a quad bike. One's yellow, one's red. One's got the number 5, one's got the number 7. Let's put someone on this one. Always impresses me that Lego hands come and they're always in exactly the same place. Have you noticed that? Like the hands are always exactly straight. I would have thought like at some point in the manufacturing process they could have got knocked, but apparently not. Or Lego's quality control is that good. There we go. Quad bike. Right. Bag 1 not folded. Book 1 not folded but complete. Book 2 folded. Alrighty. As you say, so the Apocalypseburg definitely looks like there's no, yeah, I can see that not having anything repetitive because it's, or not, no, because it is like literally every shape is, every angle is different on it, isn't it? Which also makes it quite a challenge to fit into a city if you're going to put it in a city. I think JC over at Small Brick City was sort of talking about what you could do with it, but he didn't really talk about how you actually would fit it in. I've got Ninjago City is my next big build. I've sort of said I'm gonna get Apocalypseburg, but I'm gonna wait until I've sort of got through a few more of my bigger sets before I buy it. And it's kind of a way for me to save some money too, although I'll end up just spending the money I would put into that onto buying bricks and stuff like that from Bricklink that I need. Like, we saw that mock I showed you just now. I've realized how many parts I need just for that, and then I've got 2 retaining walls I need to build and a mountain I want to build, so that's just going to start eating parts. And I'm going to do some work on, I should make a skyscraper. I'd love to. I actually really would love to. I actually have a degree in civil engineering. So that's sort of the people who do all of the sort of ground engineering and structural work and do obviously civil work, like bridges and things like that. But I've always been on the sort of structural side of that one, the architectural side of that job. I've always enjoyed. I don't do that now for a living, but just thought I'd share that. I don't know if I'm going to live build the whole thing. I will definitely be live building bits of it, like I did with Ghostbusters. I did the first bit and the last bit. I'll do a bit more of it. I don't know. It's just like, yeah, if I live stream it, unless I do it like Ryan at M&R does, and he basically just doesn't really check the stream very often, it takes ages. Like when I was like doing the Ghostbusters build, I was so conscious of how long everything was taking me, because I'd be talking and then I'd get distracted, and it's quite hard to actually build and talk at the same time. Does that make sense? Sound like I'm waffling, but that was like, so what I did with Ghostbusters, well, I went away and built chunks of it. I mean, it still took ages. That's a massive set, which I finished, and I love. I'm so happy I got it. It's one of those sets I'd always ummed and ahed about, and then just got it for a ridiculously good price that I couldn't say no to. My wife said no to it, but I still got it. Don't tell her. Although I'm sure she's seen it. Tayshan, now it's funny you said that about the roller coaster. Here's my plan. I'm going to get Apocalypseburg and build that one. And then I'm going to sell my other kidney and buy the roller coaster. And what I was sort of thinking was maybe, depending on how brave I feel, combining those two sets together so it sort of becomes like a an apocalyptic roller coaster kind of thing. I thought that would be kind of awesome, and no one else has done that yet, obviously, because the set's come out, but could work. It could work. I mean, it could be awful as well and waste a lot of time, but I think it could work and it could be really good. I mean, the other problem is that the roller coaster takes up so much space. Actually, so does Apocalypseburg. I don't have a problem with with using red ones. Actually, probably the purple ones from Joker Manor would be good. They'd be a good colour for that. Do like a bit of purple. Well, hey, if somebody does do it before me, you can all go on there and say, hey, that was Greg's idea. You stole it. My biggest concern is not having enough parts to actually be able to build the thing properly. My biggest thing is my parts bin's like not small, but I don't have enough of what I need to build what I want to build most of the time at the moment. So I'm coming back from like the dark ages where I always used to just buy sets, and now I'm sort of moving to doing my own thing properly again, and sort of learning how to plan out what you buy. Like I've got the Silent Mary set, but I think I'm actually going to sell it because I just don't have space to display it, which is a shame because I really like the set, but I just honestly don't have anywhere I could put it. It would literally go on a shelf, which seems like a waste. So if I could sell it, and I'd actually make a good profit on it because I didn't pay full price for it, and then I could buy quite a lot of parts I need with that money quite easily, or put 2/3 of it towards Apocalypseburg, which I shouldn't do. Well, okay, I don't like that. When Lego you put a part on, and then Lego tells you to put the sticker on. Now, I think it's really hard to put a sticker on the whole set like that. It makes much more sense to actually do it not on the set, because I can sort of move it around a bit and things. You need to build something for your Speed Champions collection. Only not enough space for a racetrack. How about a car showroom? Or actually, I did see someone had done something with the diner. I think the diner set. So they had like they basically had a street scene set up. So they had the diner, and then they had all the cars parked out the front of it. It looked really cool. But then you need the diner set, obviously, or to build a diner. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to get rid of it, but I'm just like looking at it going, it's a lot of money I could put towards stuff I really need. I don't know. I haven't put it up for sale yet. I'm still umming and ahhing about whether or not I can do it because I do like the set that much. Am I going to get the corner garage? I will get the corner garage, but, and it's a big but, I won't buy it until I can get it on sale. Because, well, partially out of principle, I haven't paid full price for any of my modulars, and also because I think it is actually a little bit overpriced personally. Well, Instagram time. Okay, so where's this countdown? I want my countdown back. Must be in like a minute. Is that what the photo is? Oh, what? Really? Is that it? So, Lego has built a life-size version of the Silverado. That's not really very exciting to me. I'm a bit disappointed by that. I mean, it's very clever, but what does anyone else think? Is it just me, or is anyone here, or is everyone now checking Instagram? Apparently that's a Lego Movie 2 inspired build. Okay. I think Lego's done a bit of a blooper there. It's just reading the comments on it. Oh dear, that was setting themselves up there for a burn, weren't they? It's a pretty big truck, this. You don't actually realise just how big it is. Got anyone new in here? Yeah. I'm with you on that one. Lego Sonic Boy. It doesn't really have any any resemblance to the movie in my book, unless they're talking about the fact that there's like super strong vehicles in the movie, perhaps like the old indestructible Hilux kind of thing. That's all I can think of. That was pretty. I'm really, God. It takes a lot for Lego to disappoint me, and that disappointed me. Brick separators for stickers. The best approach to putting stickers on. And we're done. Ta-da! Goes together pretty quickly, this set. I was going to do, I've got the Piranha robot from the Ninjago movie. I was going to do that one, but then I remembered my daughter really wants to build that one with me. Oh, my neighbour's cat sounds like it's possessed or something. It's this horrible meow. It's outside now, making it like, it doesn't sound healthy. Oh, and the possums are in the trees as well. It's very noisy outside my house tonight. So I usually use the corner of a knife, and I saw someone use one of these the other day, just on the end, and it works really, 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 really well. I really suggest giving it a try, because it's much easier to be steady with it. I'd also say, if you do have real trouble with sticker placing, a little bit of Windex, and if you Google it, Lego actually has a page in their on their website about how to put stickers on easily, and they recommend using window cleaner. So just sort of gives you long enough to maneuver it around. But I have found a couple of times where I've done that, where I've ended up sort of making it a bit smeary. So, you like my phone stand? I've actually got one better than that. I use these. So it's one of the minifigure plates, just with a plate on the top there. And then if you put it like that, you can actually use these to hold it like more securely in place. So that's how I do a sort of, when I'm doing a straight on stream, that's how I do it. But that works as well. See you in GJBricks. Yeah, slightly. Well, yeah, slightly soapy water works. It's just the if you use the Windex kind of thing, it actually is a bit easier to clean up. The risk of using soapy water is that it'll stay there a bit too long. It's coming together. I've got an interior. Sorry, I'm building it. I'm not showing you as I go along. I need to show you more what I'm doing. Let's put a minifigure in there as well for scale. You can see how big that is. It's actually a lot bigger than I expected. Actually, no, I think I did expect it to be big, but I want to get the camper trailer thing. The you know, the one that's, it's like this again, but has the camper van in the back. I've always been a big fan of that set, so I might pick that up because it's. I think that's another one that's sort of getting to the end of its life cycle, so it should be on clearance soon. And I've still seen a load of those in the shop, so Have a great day, Ninjago Bricks. He was questioning whether or not I like Ninjago the other day. So then I listed all the Ninjago sets I have. He hasn't asked me that question since. I'm trying to think. Jacob at Brick Bakery built an old style monster truck the other day that I don't know if he got it. I think he got it from one of his thrift shop trips. And it's funny because that same week I found one of my old Lego Ideas books that actually complements that particular build, or that particular build was one of the ones that was complemented by this book because it actually included like a monster truck. Like a monster truck race and an alternative build. Mia's camper van. Hang on, let me have a look at that one. That's one of the Friends. I just don't like the Friends minifigures, but I do like some of the sets. What's it called? Mia's camper van. Yeah, that is a good set. It reminds. I saw someone remock that into Scooby-Doo. Let's see if I can find that one. Scooby-Doo. Or like they built a version of the Mystery Machine that was like based on that set. That's a pretty well featured camper van, isn't it? Wow. I just don't like the I really don't like the Friends minifigures at all. Yeah, I've got like one Friends minifigure, and it was one that came in a set. So it was like a poly bag. So there you go, Scooby-Doo Friends. See if I can find this thing I'm thinking of. No, can't find it. It's not there. Man, Scooby-Doo, that was a line of models I'm very upset I missed out on. I love Scooby-Doo. Although I do have Scooby-Doo and Shaggy, the minifigures, but I like I like the Mystery Machine and a couple of other sets. I was actually quite keen to get the lighthouse, the Scooby-Doo lighthouse, but I actually ended up getting the creator one that you can see on my channel. And I think that's actually a much, much better set. I've since modified it as well, and I'm going to modify it a bit more, but that was a really, really lovely set. Yeah, I've got a few on my wanted list as well. I sort of look at them going, and also some of them have got some really, really good parts in them as well, which is a big temptation. All right, starting to look a lot like a truck. There it is. I try to think what one I was looking at one the other day. What one was it? Oh, there's one that's like a house that's just come out, which is like a really good looking set from the front. It's got it's detailed on the inside, but it's like one of the creator modulars, the not the expert ones, the normal ones, and so I'm like thinking, well, could do some really good stuff with that, because I started sort of building out a residential area for my city as well. And I'm looking at some of the older creator sets going, those are really expensive to buy secondhand. Or sorry, yeah, now they're discontinued. So what else can I do? So looked at Friends. That's interesting. Got a hinge that we're going to seal shut. That's really strange. So that's a hinge. Now it's not a hinge. I wonder why they do that. Emma's Art Studio. I think that was one I was looking at. They have, and I really like the color palette as well that's used in the Friends sets. Okay, that's what. So that's, oh, I see. So that hinge is actually what supports the roof. Well, that's jolly clever, isn't it? So that little bit of hinge, you probably can't see that on the camera. Can you see it on the camera? No, it's too dark. The that little lip on the hinge holds the roof in place. It's jolly clever. Simple idea. Surprised there's not more people around, actually. Usually more than this around at this time of night. Oh, this is one of those really tricky stickers. The one where it's like at an angle. Ah, moved. Actually, that's the worst with stickers. When you think you've got it right, and then you've just taken it off and you go, no, it's not straight. And the other one's when it's a little bit staticky and it just grips on its own accord. There we go. Ah, nailed it. Where do I live? I live in Sydney. Good old Sydney. The story there is I was backpacking. Well, I left home. I originally left home 13 years ago now. God, it's been 13 years since I left the UK with nothing but the bag on my back. And I got to Sydney and I was meant to be here for a few months. I was just going to do some temp work and then carry on. And a friend of mine who I'd worked with in the UK messaged me and said, hey, do you want to come in and do some work for us? And within about 2 weeks, they'd offered me a job. So I ended up staying in Sydney as a result of that. And then obviously I've met my wife, she's actually Australian, but she lived in the US for a few years. So she sort of has a bit of an American twang. I know, right? I can't figure. But the trouble is trying to do live streams. So I'm jumping ahead here. Yeah, trying to do live streams is like very hard with the time zone. Trying to get people, because a lot of people, like I'm good friends with Mark at the Lego Room, but he quite often does his shopping on a Saturday morning, so he's not around. So it's like I'm trying to sort of get a time where I get enough time zones. I can't build during the day because I'm usually sort of with my family and looking after my kids and things like that. So it's quite sort of challenging at that point for me to do it during the day. So bonjour, Mr. Brick. But then it's like, if I do, the funny one is I did a stream the other day during like people's work time. And it's quite surprising how many people log in while they're at work. It's almost, there's more people during work time logging in than there is during like a time like this where you think, oh, people have got a bit of time on their hands. So it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but one day I'll get it right, because I do enjoy doing the streams and chatting to people. It's always nice to build with friends. It's what my new motto. Yeah, it's 12:45 at night for me, or in the morning, depending on how you want to look at it. There we go. This is starting to. This is a really nice looking truck. Look at that truck. Isn't that? Hey, it's a really lovely looking truck. That was why I picked it up, because I like the look of the truck, and I'm glad I did, because I still like the look of the truck. Also realised it's starting to get a bit hot here. Right, let's build the other one. So yeah, I live in Sydney, and it's been really, really hot this week. It was the thermometer in my car said it was 37 degrees. So yeah, it's pretty warm. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. I like to just to put things loosely in the back of the truck. I don't like doing that. I'm going to have to do something to fix that. But it's well fitted out. Like they've actually lined the inside of the truck, so you can then go and put the quad bike on the back like that. Good set. I recommend this set. I like it already, and I haven't even built the trailer yet. Let's build the trailer. All right. Yeah, I did. Who was it the other day? I had on. Who was it? Oh, I've forgotten who it was now. But it was a big stream. It was quite entertaining. And the good thing is you can just sort of leave it on without actually having to watch it, because it's just good fun to chat, and then just chip into the chat every so often when you hear something you want to comment on. The only thing there is you miss the sort of chat with other people in the stream. But that was good. Who was the stream? There you go. I'll give you that one, Tation. That's the other one as well, is you get a lot of, like you guys are doing at the moment, you find a lot of sort of like-minded people, which is always nice in the stream. So I do generally, if I join a stream, try and find the people who have been like really engaged and connect with them. If there's people who are just in there and they're just going sub me, I tend to ignore them. But if there are people who've been sort of genuinely chatting to people and getting engaged and involved, I like that. That's what the streams are all about. So I follow them. And hopefully they follow me back, which is a bonus. But if they don't, they don't. They do, you're right. I used to have a what's called a ute in Australia, which is a big truck like this. And yeah, I used to put things in the back quite loosely. Well, correction, my wife used to put things in the back quite loosely. There we go. It's starting to look like a trailer. Just let you guys choose what one I build next. So I'm running out of small sets to build. I'm going to have to buy some more. Luckily, Lego just released a load of new sets. Haha. Cooking, cleaning, and listening. That's what I was doing this morning. I had the, I was doing the washing up and cooking for the kids' breakfast, and I had the brick bakery stream on in the background. I think this is almost done. It's a quick build. Oh, hang on. That's not that wheel. That's a different wheel. That goes on that wheel. Got it. Oh, so there's actually a spare wheel there, is there? Lego, the largest tire manufacturer in the world. The most useless bit of trivia that everybody knows. Right, sorry. A lot of people know, not everybody. So that goes on there. That goes on there. That goes on there. There we go. And we're done. That's it. A great looking little set. I've now got a load more parts to do something with. Do I have an extra one of those? Hey, I got a bonus one of these. Hey, that doesn't happen very often. Ha! They gave me 3 of these. You're only meant to have 2 according to the parts list. Now that's never happened before. It's usually the other way around. Woohoo! Okay, that's it. I'm going to go and buy a lottery ticket. No, I'm not. I'm sorry. Shouldn't encourage gambling. Bad idea. She got a round the world ticket. And now you're going to build some Duplo user application. Oh, so I see what you mean. I see. Sorry. I see what you mean. That's a massive Duplo set. I was playing with my. I set this up for my girls earlier on. I got them this. I got this for my eldest a couple of years ago, and obviously my middle one plays with it as well. That was it's a really fun set. They get a lot of value out of that, and it means I get to play with trains as well. So I'm happy. Had built many good things with that. Anyway, I should probably go to bed, given that it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. So thank you for joining me, guys. It's been fun chatting to you. You're right, Lego Maniac. You do have to start them on the trains early. I actually took them to a train museum the other week, and they had such a good time that I can't wait to go back, because I had a really good time as well. All right. Well, I hope I brightened your morning. Am I sleepy? Yes, I am sleepy. I haven't actually been sleeping enough lately. I stay up late and build Lego. I think that's allowable. It's not really. I'll be tired tomorrow. I'll have an early night tomorrow night, maybe. Famous last words. No, I probably will have an early night. I do generally try and go to bed early on a Sunday. Try and start my week with a good one. Mr. Brick, I'm bad at French, and I did French at school. Although, to be honest, I haven't been to France for. When did I last go to France? I went to France 5 years ago, I think was the last time I went there. And actually, I was quite impressed with how much of my French came back to me, even though I was only there for a couple of days. But we were in Paris. So when I lived in the UK, we used to go skiing several times a year. So that was always fun. France was my place of choice. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys. Have an awesome day. Thank you for joining me and watching me build this set, which I now recommend. I've now got to find a space for it in my city, but it'll fit somewhere, I'm sure. Yeah, I put another video up tonight and another video up yesterday night, so make sure you go and check those out as well. Give them a like and a comment. And I will see you for another stream very, very soon. Night, guys. Have an awesome day. Bye. There you go. You can have a face shot. Bye. Wearing my my Halo hat. UNSC. All right. See you guys.